Welcome to my channel.
Children from poor families start puberty early. Researchers from Murdoch Children's Research Institute in Australia found boys are at the greatest risk, yet disadvantaged girls are still twice as likely to sexually develop prematurely. Children from poor families are up to 4 times more likely to start puberty early, research reveals. Boys are at the greatest risk, yet disadvantaged girls are still twice as likely to prematurely develop breasts or pubic hair, a study found. Researchers believe this may be due to poverty causing youngsters stress, which then leads to the early release of reproductive hormones. Previous research suggests an early puberty increases a person's risk of certain cancers, such as breast and endometrial in women, and prostate in men. The past study's author says parents can help delay their child's puberty onset by encouraging them to exercise and eat well. This is because overweight youngsters have more energy reserves that trick the body into sexually maturing. Exposure to pesticides causes boys to start puberty earlier. Exposure to pesticides can cause boys to hit puberty earlier, research revealed back in April. Scientists say boys with a 10% increase of the chemicals in their body are up to 110% more likely to be in an advanced stage of puberty. The pesticides increase levels of hormones that spur the production of testosterone, according to researchers from Zhejiang University in China. How the study was carried out. Researchers from Murdoch Children's Research Institute in Australia asked 3,700 parents of children aged between 8 and 11 whether signs of puberty had occurred. Signs in girls include developing breasts, pubic and armpit hair, menstruating and acne. Puberty symptoms in boys include acne, facial and pubic hair, and muscle and height growth. The researchers then compared the families' incomes, level of education and occupations between children who had started puberty and those that had not. Key findings. Results, published in the journal Pediatrics, revealed that boys from families with the lowest socioeconomic status are 4 times more likely to start puberty early. Disadvantaged girls are twice as likely to show early signs of sexual maturity. The researchers believe this may be due to poverty causing stress, which has an impact on reproductive hormone release. A disadvantaged upbringing may even change our genetics, which could also result in early hormone release, the researchers add. They even speculate a hard upbringing may trigger our bodies into becoming sexually mature earlier so that we are able to pass on our genes should we have a premature death. It is unclear why disadvantaged boys are more at risk of an early puberty than girls. Puberty can be tricky, and previous research suggests starting it early raises your cancer risk. Girls hitting puberty before 13 are almost twice as likely to have a stroke in later life. Going through puberty early makes women almost twice as likely to suffer a stroke in later life, research revealed back in February. Starting to have periods before the age of 13 makes girls more prone to reduced blood flow in the body, the study found. This can lead to a lower amount of oxygen reaching the brain, causing the death of tissue and leading to a potentially deadly stroke, researchers from Tohoku University in Japan warned. They also noted that women who stopped menstruating at 45 or younger are more likely to get cerebral infarction, restricted blood and oxygen to the brain. Consequences of an early puberty. Research published back in April revealed an early puberty raises a person's risk of certain cancers in later life. For instance, an 11-year-old girl going through puberty has a 6% higher risk of breast cancer in later life than a girl aged 12, the study found. The danger of endometrial cancer rises by 28% every year, while boys see their risk of prostate cancer go up by 9%, the research adds. The risk most applies to types of the disease that are associated with sex hormones, such as breast, ovary and endometrial cancers in women, and prostate cancer in men. This is thought to be due to gene variants that influence puberty's onset, also playing a role in our cancer risk. Study author Dr. John Perry from the University of Cambridge said, when girls go through puberty early, typically aged 9 or 10, this increases their lifetime exposure to circulating sex hormones like estrogen. We think it is these hormones which fuel the growth of certain types of tumors and cause people to develop cancer. How to avoid an early puberty? Dr. Perry adds parents can help delay the age their children start puberty by encouraging them to exercise and eat well. He said, the body appears to go through this transition when it believes it has enough of an energy supply. This is the reason why teenage girls with anorexia may not start their periods. But obese children have lots of energy reserves, so can trick their body into thinking they are ready to make the transition to puberty when in fact they are too young.